Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us through that not-so-commercial break. We are back, better than ever, and we are ready for the second half of Overdrive programming here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's run down the card for the better brand, the best brand, the orange brand, Overdrive Pride. Let's go ahead and get that. There we go. So, in our opening matchup, a prideful Tag Team Championships #1 contenders match. These two teams have yet to touch the sacred squared circle in Overdrive. Tonight, they have the opportunity to face RK Bro as Top Flight. The Young Martins take on Imperium, who I'm being told will be joined by our recently crowned Galactic Champion, Gunther. And then in our second match, a match between the final two of the Internet Championship Battle Royale, as John Moxley will face off against Matt Hardy. Could we see version 1 Matt Hardy again? Or will we see a different version of Matt Hardy? We don't know. You'll have to stay tuned and see. And then after that, we have our first match in the Prideful Women's Championship Eliminator Tournament, as former NXT champion Roxanne Perez will take on Serena Deeb in a matchup I'm very much looking forward to. And then, after that, we have a Prideful Showcase match, as Hiroshi Ace Tanahashi will go up against the Cardiac Kid Wesley and Moose in a triple threat match. Then in our semi-main event, two men who sniffed an opportunity at the Galactic Championship, both of them trying to work their way back into the main event scene, as Kenny Omega will take on Seth motherfucking Rollins in a traditional singles match. And then in our main event, the recently crowned United States champion Malachi Black will host a House Rules Open Challenge. Anybody is welcome to accept the challenge, but they will not be told the rules until they step foot into the ring. Now, quite honestly, I think that this card can very much stand toe-to-toe with Glory's card tonight. Elias, what match are you looking forward? What match are you looking forward to the most from this card?
Your card definitely has the potential to stand toe with mine. But believe it or not, the match I'm honestly the most excited to see is Roxanne Perez versus Serena Deeb. I think that's going to be not only a clashing of styles, but a clashing of generations. And, I'm all for women's wrestling. So I expect that match to be the hidden sleeper of the night.
And speaking of sleepers, of course, Serena Deeb herself, a submissions expert. Could she be putting Roxanne to sleep at the end of the night? I would say that one is probably on the top of my list as well. Now, I will have more announcements regarding the Women's Eliminator Tournament coming up a little bit later tonight, but I think that these two women, obviously, neither of them have been in Overdrive programming yet. They haven't gotten their shot at the women's title, and I think both of these women are going to be very hungry. They're going to be very ferocious inside that ring. Outside of their match, I am intrigued by the open challenge brought about by Malachi Black, who many people believe probably shouldn't be champion right now. Of course, Shelton Benjamin putting his heart and soul into that United States ladder match at Wrestle Mayhem. Of course, so many men in that match, but Malachi Black ultimately ended up sneaking away with the victory. Can he do what Judgment Day did and hold the line and prove that he belongs as rightful champion? Well, only time will tell. However, that match is our main event, and we're ready to get started with our first match of the evening to see who will take on RK Bro for the Prideful Tag Team titles. And of course, here they are, the Martins. Of course, both of them, part of Top Flight. Both of them, in their own right, have made headlines in AEW as singles competitors, but they both also contain a monumental, clean victory over the Young Bucks. But do you think that, I don't know. I feel like despite how good these guys are, despite how athletic they are, I think this is Imperium's match. I think it's their night, and obviously with the presence of the Ring General in their corner, I feel like Imperium clinches their spot in a future prideful tag titles match. But Elias, what are your thoughts going into this?
I'm very excited for this match. Honestly, Top Flight is a very young team, as you said. They've got nothing but the ceiling when it comes to potential here. But their opponent are a team that people should be very wary of. I don't know what they expect. Imperium obviously has that tag team championship experience compared to Martin, but brothers are a different level. You know, as we've seen with the Usos and Hardys before, being brothers gives you the interesting. Even though I think Imperium is the clear threat here, I'm going to give them the odds and
And here come their opponents. Of course, front and center, you see the Galactic Champion himself, Gunther, with the Galactic Gold around his waist. And of course, Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, both phenomenal wrestlers in their own right. And remember, to Imperium, the mat is a sacred space. And while Gunther is out here, I'm not expecting much interference from his side because, of course, as I said, they respect the ring. But I think the sheer presence of the Ring General should send at least a little bit of concern, to Top Flight. But who knows? Maybe their youth and recklessness, maybe that will prevail over the sanctity of professional wrestling. But only time will tell. But of course, Gunther, being the professional he is, wiping his feet before getting into the ring. Are they going to do it? Are they going to do the pose? Are they going to do the pose? Oh, they did the pose! And I forgot to hire a pyro guy this week, so they get no pyro to the pose. But that's okay. There will be plenty of pyro for them if they capture the tag titles. And of course, RK Bro probably watching this match very, very intently. We are about to get underway as it looks like Dante and Kaiser are going to get us started here. And of course, both teams making their Overdrive debuts, and Ludwig Kaiser with a suplex and a cross body off the ropes. Here's the cover and a fast start. And a fast start here for Imperium, maybe trying to match that quickness that Top Flight brings. Of course, that quickness and athleticism being one of Top Flight's biggest advantages in this match.
Absolutely. Imperium is known for their very they can pick up speed immediately. So I don't think they'll be too far behind the Top Level Brothers down.
And of course, now Darius is in, and now he's going to work over Ludwig here in the corner. Now, oh my goodness, a leg drop over the rope to the neck of Kaiser. And Darius now tripping him up, and Ludwig Kaiser's in trouble as Dante tags in. Now, of course, Dante, not mistaken, he was the one who injured his ankle very recently in an ROH pay-per-view. But before he got hurt, when his brother Darius was hurt, Dante was making headlines. He was getting big matches on Dynamite. He was showing the world what he can do, and showing the world what he can do again. A sunset flip, and Dante's like, all right, I'm good. Of course, that phenomenal athleticism on display. Ludwig Kaiser has not tagged out yet in this match. Irish whip. What a maneuver by Darius, but a nice-looking German by Ludwig, and he's looking to regain control of this bout as Giovanni Vinci will tag in. It is glorious, glorious-looking tights. But Vinci, though, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was saying Vinci eating some of the Martin's offense, and now looked like he was going for the kill switch there, and instead Darius sitting on his ass. And uh-oh, it's gonna be a bad Wednesday night for Giovanni in the corner. Wait, no, he's out of the corner and a running bulldog by Darius. He's gonna tag in Dante. Yes, he will. The young brothers with the advantage so far in this match, but Giovanni Vinci saying, fuck your momentum. And you know what? Fuck your ankles while I'm at. And he's just contorting the foot of Dante Martin, and Kaiser going to tag back in. Is Martin going to be ready for him? It looks like it. Bringing the 1-2 offense. Kaiser, though, cross body. He's going to go for the first cover. And Dante Martin kicking out at 1. I know. And Ludwig got caught taunting. He got taught being cocky to head scissors. No, my goodness. And Martin, though. And oh, looks like he had a few words for Vinci before going back to Kaiser. Vinci having to jump off. And Kaiser, oh, and a big thud landing on his back outside the ring. But Vinci, of course, the referee not looking. Vinci managing to at least stun Martin here for just a little bit. And Dante manages to get the tag, and here comes Darius, and out goes Ludwig. Darius now. Oh my God, a flurry of offense. The Martins seemingly not taking their foot off the gas, but Vinci once again trying to regain control, and a nice scoop slam. And Vinci now getting cocky, but it's not going to cost him here. Or maybe it... Oh my goodness, I don't know what that was, but there was a lot of spinning to it. And Vinci with a spine buster. Here's the cover. And a kick out by Darius. Now both Martins have been the subject of a pinfall this match.
I definitely look, and it feels like the Martins may not be ready for the spotlight in here in OCW, and has been worked over consistently by Imperium.
And Darius just, oh my God, I feel bad for anybody who gets dropped on the apron. There's an especially loud thud when Darius just got dropped there by Vinci. But Darius still up for now. Vinci, though. And delayed brainbuster. And not going for the cover, but, you know, giving the crowd a little bit of the gun show. And showing off, saying that he's hot shit right in front of his tag partner. Meanwhile, Darius tags out to Dante. Dante dodging whatever Vinci has. There's a whip, and oh my goodness.
Dante getting it up this one. Finally.
Now basement drop kick. And Dante now. Dante showing the world what he can do, introducing himself to the OCW universe, trying to get the crowd up. And oh, what a maneuver! And here's the cover by Dante. 1. And a kick out at 1. Giovanni Vinci says, fuck your fancy tomfoolery. But another head scissors by Dante. And just like we predicted, Gunther not really being a factor in this match, just watching his boys on, knowing that they can get the job done. And Ludwig showing off again. And again, he's going to pay for it. He's about to have a bad Wednesday night once again. Or maybe not. The Martins going for a tag maneuver instead.
Double shoulder cloth there.
Now Darius could be setting up for something. Not sure. He's going to tag out to Dante. Kaiser is not moving. Vinci is not moving here on the outside. This would be a rather dominant victory. What a move. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and broken up at the last second by Vinci. What the fuck was that by Ludwig Kaiser? He just completely ate shit and now eating more shit with a DDT. And the Martins haven't really done anything high risk so far in this match. But wait a minute, as I say that, Dante with a dive to the outside, over the top rope, and a drop kick. And he kind of hits it, but kind of doesn't. And a hurricane run on the outside to Ludwig Kaiser, who's still the legal man. And a forearm to the face. And doing the hurricane pose. Of course, the Martins probably, taking after the hurricane a little bit, because who doesn't want to be a high-flying superhero? And a standing moonsault. and Gunther just watching this unfold right in front of him, and Ludwig back in the ring. Wait a minute, Gunther's getting involved. Oh, he's just going to throw him back.
Oh, he's throwing. Which allows Lewis to finally get that tag here, as Giovanni is definitely crushing man too. With Dante.
And oh my god, off the ropes with a nice arm drag. Of course, we've seen arm drags end matches with the best arm dragger ever that happened earlier. Of course, that's not going to happen here. Oh, what a move! Here's the cover! 1, 2. Oh. I'm not sure what you call that. I'm just gonna call it the amazing shit. So that's 2 amazing shits hit by each member of the Martins. Well, 1 each, but you know, hit 2 total. But
Martin's definitely taking after another WWE tag team guys who's definitely Colin London and Brian Kendrick using that standing sliced bread number 2 there.
And this is something I've noticed from the Martins, especially Darius. It's that 1-2 combination. Those quick kicks, those quick punches, eventually escalating from going down low to up in the back of the head. And in that offense, you know, for a team known for being more agile and doing flippy shit, the physicality of the Martins cannot be understated so far in this match. And of course, you know, with Imperium being under Gunther, who's a very, very, very big physical specimen, that physicality honestly has been a huge key for the Martins in this match, because to me, that feels like the one area that Imperium has definitely had these guys beat. And a Spanish fly by Darius. Here's the cover. I don't know why he's doing it right in front of Vinci. And Gunther very happy with the quick breakup.
Just a lack of experience on the Martin brothers here. It was mechanized to live on the mistake. You gotta get Ludwig to the other corner. Oh.
And then Darius managing to flip off of a running Kaiser. Ends up beating an over the head suplex. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Wait a minute. Okay. And Dante seemingly not there. We don't know where he is due to the hard cam. Oh, a kick to the side of the head. And Ludwig now, he might be thinking high risk.
What?
Elbow drop to the back. And now tagging in Vinci. And now Darius, he has to get to the rope. He has to make that tag. Otherwise, I think Top Flight might be done for. Vinci, though, taking a little bit more time to rest, possibly waiting for Darius to get up so he can do unto him what he wants done unto others, or however that saying goes. But wait, Darius. Wait a minute. What's he going for? Oh, Bulldog off the top rope!
Got to tag out here.
Vinci's
and
down.
He does.
Here comes the freshest man. And he could be calling for the end. Dante with a drop kick to the side of the head. And a standing moonsault. Could he go for the cover? Doesn't look like it. He's getting the crowd pumped up. Beginning of the end? Possibly, but Ludwig is right there. Kick to the back. Again, as we've said, with these tag team matches, you have to neutralize the man standing, holding the tag rope. Otherwise, you ain't going to get shit done. There's a power slam by Vinci, delayed cover. Oh, and a kick out at 1. The sheer tenacity by Dante Martin as he whips Vinci into the corner. And could Dante be looking for that Bulldog again? Yes, he is, and he nails it. Picture perfect. Middle of the ring and a nice drop kick.
They're picking him up here. What?
What's Martin thinking? Oh, he's thinking tightrope. Best arm drag ever, possibly. And Vinci is stunned. Slowly getting to his feet. And they did the thing again. But where's Ludwig? Ludwig's right there. Can he break it up? He breaks it up at 1. I'm getting flashbacks to Street Profits and Lucha Brothers here. Of course, the Martins still not taking out Kaiser or whoever the hell it might be. Saying, "Oh, what a powerbomb by Vinci!" Who doesn't go for the cover, but he's sizing him up.
He's definitely looking for the shit.
Pedigree, maybe? No, probably looking for a powerbomb with a spin.
Yeah.
And here's the cover. Darius! And Darius doesn't go for the breakup! And Imperium's gonna win this one!
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to talk about that later on in the locker room.
That's gonna be a very, very awkward car ride home for the Martins. Darius caught absolutely sleeping, and Imperium's going to win the day. Gunther already draped out in gold, of course, he's keeping it right, right here at the timekeeper's area, just to be safe for right now. But his constituents could be in line, or should I say no, they are in line, but they could be the next prideful tag team championships. Honestly, though, kind of a heartbreaking loss for the Martins here. They were with Imperium toe-to-toe, beat for beat the entire time, but it's that inexperience. It's that one moment of weakness on the part of Darius Martin that earns, well, I should say that gives Top Flight the loss. But again, great match by both sides here. I mean, and you gotta give it to Top Flight. They did just about everything that you could possibly do to win this match, except for the one thing that matters most in these tag matches, which is breaking up pins.
But with a show like that, we can definitely expect big things from them in the future. So I don't think they should be too disappointed.
And so now RK Bro, they know who their next opponents are going to be. It will be Imperium, and that match will arrive here in the coming weeks. I don't know how to say words. But let's take you to a match that's happening right now. The final two from the World Internet Championship Battle Royale. Jon Moxley, who is currently the World Internet Champion, going up against Matt Hardy, who came out as Matt Hardy version 1. Could we see version 1 reemerge here tonight? Only time will tell. Let's go ahead and get to the match in question. And there he is, Jon Moxley, not coming out with the belt. The belt's actually already here in the timekeeper's area. I don't know why Moxley decided not to walk out with it, but you know what? He's the champion, and he can make the rules. And of course, the big thing in the Internet Championship is 10 wins gets you an opportunity to cash in on a mid-card title. And after much discussion with me, myself, and I, we have decided that after 15 wins, you can cash in that belt for a world title, or still go for mid-card title if you want it. So 15 being that magic number for a world title opportunity. But first, you got to get to 10 if you want any other title opportunity outside the Internet Championship.
Right, but honestly, more important than 10, you got to get to 1 first. Jon Moxley has to successfully defend the championship 1 time before he can say he can defend it 10.
And what's happening here? Is someone coming to the crowd, or do we have fan interference, or no? We have Matt Hardy version 1 once again. Matt Hardy trying to take us back to the past and go back to a days when Internet Explorer was the go-to web browser, and before Opera actually had a decent web browser. Can version 1
Also,
Matt Hardy get it done?
fell on the edges. You know what? Because that music sounds very familiar to some of our older audience.
Now, of course, Matt Hardy, he has many faces. He's worn many hats and had many a gimmick during his career as a professional wrestler. Matt Hardy version 1, seen nowadays as one of his best. Of course, many people lamenting the fact that, I want to say outside like a European title run, I don't think Matt Hardy V1 had a championship run. Say it again?
Version 1 Matt was United States and Tag Team Champion.
Oh, shit. Well, hell yeah. Well, I take that back. Matt Hardy looking for more success with as V1 as he's trying to capture the World Internet Championship. But, of course, what stands in his way is one of the most hardest working men in professional wrestling, Jon Moxley, who's immediately trying to bring it to V1 Matt Hardy. But V1 Matt Hardy, oh my God, just absolutely planting Moxley on his face. And quite honestly, a fast start by Hardy is probably what he needs. Of course, Jon Moxley, one of the most physical wrestlers in the game today, and of course, that physicality, just that sheer brutalness that he brings to Squared Circle has brought him a lot of success, especially outside of the WWE, in AEW, and across the independent promotions as well.
Correct. Former WWF champion. Obviously former ex-Split, if I'm not mistaken. GCW champion.
And now, hey, your mic's kind of cutting in and out, but anyway, Moxley is right now just bringing it, just laying punches to Hardy's face, and now trying to stretch out his arm. Now, if you're Matt Hardy, of course, not only did he have to make it to the final two, in that battle royale that we saw at Wrestle Mayhem, but Hardy, he had to hang around for a little bit. It took a while for Moxley to fully take him out, and Moxley, now he's sent over the top rope. Could that be symbolic? Now Hardy rolling out right in front of Moxley. Moxley saying, "Fuck you," and Moxley with a broomstick off of the head of V1 Matt Hardy, and these two bringing it to each other on the outside. Moxley raining down elbows and stretching out the arm of Hardy again. And I don't know if we were talking about a pre-match, but Elias, who do you got for this?
I would have to go with the Internet Champion, Jon Moxley. I definitely don't think he's going to lose that title anytime soon.
And Moxley almost got to the count of 7, and quite honestly, it's one thing to win the championship, it's another thing to retain a championship. And knowing Moxley, he's probably eyeing that 15 win mark, because I'm pretty sure he's probably pissed that, oh my God, wait a minute, oh, pile driver, holy crap, and Moxley trying to drag Hardy towards the middle of the ring, and does. Could this be the match? 1, 2, and Hardy's gonna kick out. As I was saying, Moxley, of course, as we talked about, been a world champion all over. Probably pissed off, like a lot of people are, that he wasn't featured in the draft. He wasn't featured in the inaugural episode of Pride, and a nice bridge suplex, and almost getting the fall on Hardy. And with Moxley being as hard a worker as he is in Alternate Universe, for how renowned he is, and how much of himself he gives as a tope suicida. If I'm Moxley, I'm looking to carry this belt for as long as I can, at the very least until you get to that magic number, so that you can then ascend to the top of the company. Could Moxley set an example for champions going forward? But as you said earlier, before he can do that, it all starts with that one win, which very much looks like he's in control here. V1 Matt Hardy, honestly struggling to get any momentum on his side.
Yeah, no, Matt's not looking his best here tonight. Moxley in top 10 for the week, I think we can expect a very lengthy reign for the championship for John Moxley.
And Moxley went for an elbow drop, didn't get it. And Hardy now going for a stretch of sorts. And I doubt Moxley's going to tap to that, and he is not. Instead, laying down right arms and rolling over Matt, and just throwing his fist into the face of Matt Hardy, but Hardy recovering and planting Moxley. Could he be looking for that twist of fate? Looking for it! Twist of fate! Is this it? Moxley, though. His hand is near the ropes, and he's going to kick out of it anyways. Doesn't even go to grab the rope. We almost had a new internet champion right there. Matt Hardy almost took us back to the past. And Hardy celebrating as Moxley just innocently droops to the ground and the knee to the neck. Jesus Christ, I don't even know if Moxley's going to be able to breathe after that one. Hardy now looking for a razor's edge maybe. No, a sit-out powerbomb. And Hardy showing his physicality here, trying to wear down the big man. And there's that fight. There's that never say die attitude of Matt Hardy's Matt Hardy. What a clothesline. But the referee, he's at a count of, I believe, 7. He just now gets the 7, but Hardy climbing back into the ring, knowing he cannot win via count out. Wait a minute. Oh, a brain buster. No, that was just a brain buster. I don't think that was a paradigm shift, but that might win him the match anyway. No. That could have been a modified version of the paradigm shift, but, you know, paradigm shift I think usually goes a little bit lower. But of course, I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot of the times, except never. And meanwhile, Hardy, and it's not looking good for Matt Hardy, and he's just taking more of a beating from the fist of Jonathan Moxley. And Moxley possibly taking a page out of Kenny Omega's playbook. Knee to the face.
That one's gotta hurt.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Moxley with his own version of what looked like the V-trigger, possibly a call-up to one of his longtime rivals, Kenny Omega. And Moxley stripping that belt, and he retains. He is officially 1-0 as the Internet Champion and needs 9 more wins to qualify for a U.S. or even tag title belt if he really wants it. Matt Hardy once again doing what he can to hang in there. But Jon Moxley reigns supreme on this night.
Yeah, no, Matt Hardy falling short, unfortunately. Jon Moxley proving once again why he is the hardest working man in professional wrestling.
And now with that being two straight failed attempts at getting the Internet Championship, you have to wonder what is next for Matt Hardy. Does he try to redefine himself? Does he slip into madness? We don't know. Only time is going to tell. But honestly, if I was Matt Hardy, I would not be ashamed of the performances that he's put on the past 2 nights. But obviously, you know, losing multiple opportunities at a potential championship is always devastating. What else is devastating, or what will be devastating? Whoever loses this next match, because I don't know what's going to happen. I just know 2 women are about to go to war. One of them is going to walk away. The other one might need to be stretchered out. And this is just a singles match, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, here comes the former NXT champion, Roxanne Perez, you know, part of the newest generation of NXT superstars. Now, Perez is a product of the Performance Center. Am I correct?
Roxanne Perez is not. She's a former ROH Women's Champion. Under the alias Roxy, she competed with ROH, obviously, around the time they were starting to close down and with Tony Khan purchasing AEW. And after losing their to, I want to say Mercedes Martinez, he signed a contract to the center and it has since gone on a very illustrious run in NXT, which ended in an NXT Women's Championship.
Of course, Roxanne probably eyeing gold as currently Bayley holds the Prideful Women's Championship. Of course, Bayley already making her mark in this company, winning the first ever match in OCW history, becoming the first women's champion, Serena Deeb. Hey, look at that. We saved the pyro for her. Serena Deeb, of course, was somebody who was in WWE, was in WWE. Her career had to end for a little bit. She became a trainer at the Performance Center, was let go during the pandemic, but since then has been on a comeback tour of destruction. She's wrestled in AEW. She's been wrestling in ROH. She is a submission expert. Serena Deeb is one of the first women on the AEW roster that I fell in love with while watching. Just her in-ring style just felt so much different. And I'm gonna say this: I don't think that there are enough submission experts in women's wrestling, because I could watch a women's submission match all day. I watched Paige versus Emma very recently. A lot of submission holds in that one. Phenomenal match, and I'm hoping that these two can replicate that energy and have a phenomenal match as they lock up almost immediately. And Serena Deeb in the corner, and an uppercut. Some fast offense by Serena Deeb. An on kick to the leg. What's Serena thinking now? Up and now working on that leg and ankle of Perez, and Perez draining quickly. Now, if you ask me, I think that Serena Deeb, obviously I feel like she's just been around in the industry longer. And again, she's been on both sides of the ring. She's obviously doing in-ring work right now, but she's also been a trainer. She knows the game inside and out, and I think it's that physicality. It's just that, I think that physicality, just her ability to make you tap, to work any part of the body. I think that's going to give her the extra oomph in this match. But Perez, obviously, she is not going to go down without some kind of a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Serena Deeb is a woman who's a champion, multiple times over former NWA World Women's Champion, 6-time Women's Champion, Ohio Valley Wrestling. She's I definitely think whether Roxanne wins or loses, she'll learn a lot.
And now Roxanne Perez seemingly taking back over, and a nice arm drag. We're seeing a lot of arm drags tonight. Everyone just seemingly taking a play out of the Judgment Day's playbook, but that arm drag not good enough to even warrant a cover. But Perez, knee to the face, making a very quick trip up to the top. And she's thinking moonsault, and she hits it. Here's the cover. Is that it? No.
No, power 2.
And Roxanne Perez riding a huge wave of momentum.
Oh.
Almost getting the victory. And what a Dark Souls roll. And wait a minute. Oh, I thought there was going to be a pedigree instead of... Instead of going face first. Perez... and dragging her right on top of the O. Oh, and she's got that arm. Oh, my goodness. Trying to get Roxanne to tap. She's close to the ropes, but she's got to make an effort. Roxanne's not moving. Serena's got it locked in. Wait a minute. Oh, but Roxanne manages to fight out.
Definitely half there for a second, but she gets out of the maneuver.
Roxanne planted her hand. Of course, you got to plant your hand a couple of times in succession to tap. Roxanne planted her hands. I thought she was going to tap, but instead using that as to give herself the little leverage that she needed to break out. But even then, Serena Deeb still in control, and she knows it. Maybe she knew it a little bit too well.
No, Roxanne is playing her part well. You know, she's taking a lot of damage, she's giving a good amount back, and for an opponent like Serena, it's big. So rather than small.
And Deeb now, and she's going to go off the second rope. And what's going through her mind here? And a broomstick that missed. Of course, it's actually an axe handle, but we call it the broomstick because it's funnier. And Deeb hitting an uppercut, taking a page out of Claudio Big Stromboli's book. And Deeb, she's got her up. Possibly thinking tree of woe. No, instead, snake eyes. But now choking the life out of Perez in the corner. And again, it's that physicality of Deeb that's giving her the advantage in this match. And Deeb's got the arm now. A kick to the ribs.
Absolutely working over Roxanne.
And Deeb dragging Roxanne on top of the W, possibly trying to forecast something. And another face plant. Here's the cover. 1, 2, is this it? Yes, it is. Serena Deeb.
Serena Deeb, both the AJ Styles and Michelle McCool alike with that face plant. Roxanne Perez just could not keep up with the crafty veterans. Hopefully this is a learning experience for her as Serena Deeb climbs the rankings in the Tribal Women's Championship category.
Serena Deeb, now she has her eyes set on that top prize in the women's division. Speaking of the women's division, before we get into our next match, I do have a couple of announcements that I would like to make. Let me just go ahead and pull up my super duper official GM notes. So as you saw, that was the first match in the Prideful Women's Championship Eliminator Tournament. Now, the finals for that tournament will be in 2 weeks. But here's the thing. This isn't your traditional tournament, because the final match is not going to be a traditional one-on-one match. Because you see, next week we have 2 women's matches on the card, each vying for an opportunity at the Prideful Women's Championship. Next week, we will see Hardcore Country, Mickie James, go up against one of the most successful AEW Women's Champions of all time, and Hikaru Shida. But that's not all, because Raquel Rodriguez will also be taking on Zelina Vega. Now, the winners of those matches will join Serena Deeb in 2 weeks. For the finals in that Eliminator tournament. But that finals match will be a 3-way dance. We are bringing back one of the best stipulations to come out of ECW in 2 weeks. 3-way dance to determine the number 1 contender for Bayley's Prideful Women's Championship. And once again, next week, Mickie James versus Shida, and Raquel Rodriguez versus Zelina Vega. So
very exciting.
I was about to say, what do you think about that?
No, I'm very excited. I'm a big fan of Hikaru, and I've loved Mickie James since before my balls dropped. So I expect great things from that match. Selena versus Raquel is going to go one of 2 ways. Either Raquel is going to go the way of her former tag team partner and best friend Rhea Ripley and absolutely destroy Zelina, or Zelina is going to have a Rey Mysterio-esque match where she gets beat up and then has a comeback, which is absolutely out of this world, and secures her place in the. Regardless of what goes on, I expect great things from all 4 of those women next week.
And of course, as we said, they're fighting for a chance to appear in a 3-way dance. I'm honestly surprised that other companies really haven't picked up the 3-way dance as like a regular stipulation, because I think it's one of the more, it's simple, but it's still a very unique stipulation. A triple threat with elimination styles. I'm surprised more companies have not tried that. But you know what? We are OCW. We recognize greatness when we see it, which is why we're implementing the 3-way dance.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I did not expect you of all people to be the one to bring the three-way dance to OCW first.
Bro, I love the three-way
But
dance, bro.
congratulations to you, sir. Yeah, kudos to you, sir. Maybe you'll see a three-way dance in the future in glory as well. Who knows? But coming up next, we have a normal triple threat.
Yes, sir. That's right. I was gonna say, speaking of three, we have three phenomenal wrestlers coming into this match. Now, of course, two of them, well, actually, no, I'm sorry, all of them coming off of championship opportunities as the star air guitar ace, aka Hiroshi Tanahashi. Well, he's not coming off a title match. He's coming off a qualifier for a title match on Pride 2 weeks ago, of course, in that fatal four-way between Gunther, Kenny Omega, and Will Ospreay and himself. Tanahashi, he did hit that top rope splash, but it seemed that in that match, no pinfall was safe. Of course, Kenny Omega, he hit the one-wing angel on everybody in that match, including Tanahashi, but Gunther was always there. So Gunther obviously costing Kenny the match and possibly costing Tanahashi a shot as well, as he's looking to climb the ladder and get back into that main event scene. Now, this is a prideful showcase match because we're wanting to showcase some of the best that this company has to offer. And I think the next man we're about to see is somebody who I don't really think even has a ceiling in OCW. He's coming off a historic North American title run, and honestly, hopefully has a huge future in an alternate universe. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wes Lee, who very recently competed for the Internet Championship at Wrestle Mayhem.
Yeah, now Wes Lee is a guy that I have very big hopes for in OCW and in the Ultimate Universe. Like you said, coming off a 270-day reign as North American champion, losing to Dirty Dom Mysterio, who are luckily for him not on this brand. So hopefully the next championship he wins doesn't get too.
Now, of course, obviously, while this is just a showcase match, the winner of this match, who knows? I mean, winning a match, with this much star power in it, can do nothing but boost your stock here in Overdrive. And now here's a man who's probably feeling robbed after that U.S. title match, especially because of the dominant fashion in which he got to that match. The man who speared Hangman Adam Page, the king of cowboy shit, out of his boots. Here comes Moose. Moose looking to regain momentum after that ladder match. And honestly, I think that Moose is the favorite here, because he's proven in the matches that he's been in, he's proven that he can pretty much win matches just by completely overpowering you. I don't think anybody on this roster can quite match the power of Moose.
Moose is a very strong guy. Obviously, a professional football player. Probably one of the Overdrive. I expect once he finally, is able to get that opportunity for a championship in a one-on-one situation, you can expect Moose to walk away with that title 9 times.
And of course, one of the titles that Moose won, he killed a man right in front of his family in a savage fashion. Of course, calling his shot, defeating Josh Alexander in Impact a couple years ago. And Moose kind of just waiting while Tanahashi and Wes Lee start going at it. And now Moose just overpowering Tanahashi and driving him against the rope. But whoa! Hurricane Rana by Wes Lee. But now Tanahashi bringing it to Moose. All three men off to a hot start here. In a quick cover, Tanahashi trying to end it quickly. But Lee, Hurricane Rana. And all three men off to a very, very fast start. Now Tanahashi once again taking on Moose by himself. Lee now, oh, and Lee looked like he was going for something, but was like, "Here, Moose, you can have him." And now Lee with a knee to the face.
What a spot! Trying to end this match as quickly as possible. Knee to the face of Moose here. Tanahashi on the outside.
And Lee surprisingly targeting Moose, going after the big man, possibly something to prove here. Tanahashi there with a quick snap suplex, well not snap suplex, but a suplex. And Lee, of course, triple threat rules. He's got the sledgy. Lee's got the sledgy at the powerbomb by Moose, and he shoves the sledgy up Moose's ass. Shoves it up his ass again. That cannot feel good for his anal cavity. But Moose is back up because he's one tough son of a bitch. Wait a minute. Moose. Oh, Moose.
Oh.
Tanahashi tried to put him to sleep. Moose looks like he's fading, but Lee gonna break it up.
Wes Lee breaking it up. Smart decision on his part.
But that sledgehammer just sitting ominously above the O, and oh my God! Okay, they just avoided the sledgehammer, but what a move by Lee. And Lee probably taking the least amount of damage in this match, but that's gotta hurt. Being dropped on top of Tanahashi. Oh, getting jabbed with that sledgy. Lee, though, he's quickly recovering. That sledgehammer, it's still there. Lee barely able to miss it. And Moose probably... Oh, God, my ass is actually falling asleep. I gotta readjust myself. But Moose taking the brunt of the offense by both men in this match. And now Wesley is starting to fade. No, and then he's fighting out of it.
Okay, but his foot is in the rope.
But of course, triple threat match. Lee would have been allowed to do that. Ref couldn't get a count, and Moose barely been able to get the lick of offense in edgewise here.
Moose is definitely getting the worst of the worst here.
And Wesley already back up after being thrown over the head of Tanahashi. Tanahashi, though, going for that sleeper again. And Lee, is he going to fight out of it? Yes, he will. Fighting out of it for the second time. And here's a surprise cover. This could be the match. Oh.
Sledgehammer just waiting there. Yeah.
And Moose with it takes the DDT by Lee. And in a German
release
suplex. Moose finally gonna get in some offense, throwing punches to Tanahashi. Oh, and headbutt. Tanahashi's down, and he might have landed on that sledgehammer. And Moose hits Tanahashi in the arm with the sledgy. Now Tanahashi is stunned. Wes Lee, though, taking advantage. Tanahashi out of the ring. Wes Lee now with control over Moose. Will that control stay? Forearm to the face. Moose is down. What's Lee thinking here? Knee to the face. And looked like he was going for an RKO or something there. A sling blade by Tanahashi. A knee by Lee, another knee. And Wes Lee with the knees. We gotta start calling him Wes Knee after this. And Wes Knee, that time a boot to the face. Wes Boot doesn't have quite a good a ring to it. And of course the fans going crazy here at the OCW Theater. They've been treating some great matches. And a double suplex onto the sledgy. Back first onto the sledgy.
That was gotta hurt for sure.
But somehow
leg whip.
Lito's back on his feet. And
Wes
Knee knees to the ass of Tanahashi. There's a German. And wait, it's a Rainmaker. And possibly taking a page out of Tanahashi's old rival in Okada. And, oh, Tanahashi's not happy about that in the slightest. Jabbing Moose with the sledgy in a very, very quick cover. Now, I think that was a message by Tanahashi for sure. And cardiac kick! But Tanahashi's near the ropes. But that's not going to help him. That might be the match. He kicks out.
Unbelievable effort.
And the star, Ace of Air Guitar kicks out. Lee now. West knee. Drop kick. But the sledgy to the dick. And then to the ass. And then to the ass again. My goodness. Who will win? Who will win? The OCW Universe on their feet. They have not sat down this entire match. And some head scissors by Lee. Tanahashi just a little slap to the face. But wait a minute, that slap in the face might be enough. Here comes the splash. He hits it.
Mason's right there, however, unfortunately. Tanahashi's ring awareness is not on point there.
Yeah, Tanahashi stupidly going. Oh my God, Alabama Slam.
Oh,
could that be his new finisher? No, kick out too. And Tanahashi's busted open now with that knee by Moose. And now he's out the ring. And West knee, sorry to run towards the ropes. Probably looking for that cardiac kick again. And a little scoop slam. The cover, Moose's new finisher? Maybe! The scoop slam gets him.
What is tonight? Best scoop slam ever?
And Moose, no. We can't say best. Greatest scoop, world's greatest scoop slam, the WGS. And Moose with the world's greatest scoop slam. And Moose wins the showcase match. And you have to wonder what the future holds for Moose. And quite honestly, I mean, he just beat one of the greatest champions of all time and a very recent champion in West Knee. You have to be feeling good about yourself if you're Moose after that match. Maybe not the dominant victory that he was hoping for, but a hard-earned victory nonetheless. Didn't even have to use the spear, instead substituting it for the world's greatest scoop slam. Hoo-wee, folks. And that is why we like having showcase matches here on Pride. Because all three of those men, immensely talented, all of them putting on a great show. Diesel Dave subjectively gives it 4 stars. Of course, we're talking about our brand. It's more objective than subjective. But that's besides the point. A world's greatest scoop slam puts away Wesley and Tanahashi. And now we are on to our semi-main event. Moose, a possible world title opportunity in his future. These two men coming off of world title opportunities at both the OCW draft and the first episode of Pride, respectfully. As the best bout machine, Kenny Omega is taking on Seth motherfucking Rollins, and well, they're already in the ring. Entrances be damned. Little handshake to start the match, and we are already underway. These two not wanting to wait to get their hands on each other. And quite honestly, I can't blame them, because these are two of the biggest stars in wrestling today. Like, no cap, for real. And that's the only time you'll ever hear me say no cap.
I'm gonna need you. I mean, never say that again. Multiple words. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Stanley was completely out of character. And Seth Rollins.
Look, I always say the cool lingo that the kids say.
Yeah, no one cool says what the kids say.
Well,
I'll kick by Ramon.
And these two already going at it, off to a hot start. As Rollins stretching the leg of Kenny Omega. And now looking for, oh God, a knee to the face. I thought he was going for a boom drop there. And a standing moonsault by Rollins. I don't think we see that very often. Look at the put Omega away. Gets to a 2 count. But the Best Bout Machine kicks off. And this match continues. Our semi-main event. Rollins now. And looking for an STF. He's got it locked in. Oh, but Kenny rolls him over. And it looked like for a second Seth Rollins might have had the quick victory. And what's Omega thinking here? Just going to drop Rollins on the top rope. And obviously, in the swing blade by Rollins. But Elias, who do you have in this match? Obviously, these are two superstars of pretty much unmatched caliber.
Normally, I'm a very big believer in all the hype that is the Best Bout Machine Kenny Omega, but I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins has just been on a bigger run as of late. Even World Heavyweight Champion, showing out completely. Ripcord niche move he definitely stole from Kenny Omega. Well, yeah, no, I just think Seth motherfucking Rollins, as you like to say, just has more momentum. I think that's going to carry over in this match.
Well, of course, both of these men looking to regain momentum here at OCW. Both of them part of #1 contenders matches. Of course, Rollins losing, eating the pin by Tommaso Ciampa. And wait a minute, Rollins, a pedigree, looking to put it away early. But he doesn't go for the cover. Now he does. Those few extra seconds might have cost him. And it will. Kenny's going to kick out. Of course, Rollins.
But Kenny.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but Kenny hasn't really gotten into his offense in his match yet. Rollins has been absolutely show both it and showing out. How about it to Rollins?
And a super kick to the face. Now Rollins, as I was saying, he took a fairy tale ending on a baseball bat, in a losing effort to Tommaso Ciampa. Kenny Omega, though, multiple times hitting that one-wing angel as Rollins going to lock in the STF for a rope break. Kenny Omega immediately hooking that leg on the rope, and Seth going high risk. Elbow drop, and he might be the first one to hit the elbow drop tonight.
Probably.
What a super kick.
And stupid.
Rollins
Omega not going out without a fight.
Rollins smartly getting out the ring, and oh no, just putting Kenny on the freaking guardrails. And of course, as we said, those are the old-fashioned metal guardrails. That shit hurt. That shit hurted. I mean, that's the stuff that RVD used to have to try to jump over like every night. Referee now at the count of 3. That's what I was saying. Kenny Omega, seemingly was in control of the fatal 4-way he was in, but of course, as we've stated, Gunther was that everlasting presence, the one man he didn't hit the one-wing angel on, the one man who was always there when Kenny was about to go for a cover. But now Kenny is here in one-on-one action where it doesn't look like anybody is going to be able to get to him. And of course, these two shaking each other's hands as a sign of respect, as a knee to the back of the neck of Rollins, and an immediate rope break. But it looks like Kenny Omega is gonna try to fight his way back the right way, and doing it by doing what he does best, and that's win wrestling matches. But Seth Rollins, of course, is one of the hottest acts in wrestling right now. Is the Best Bout Machine,
elbow.
Can the Best Bout Machine truly best Seth motherfucking Rollins? And right now,
honestly, the more I watch Seth Rollins, the more I'm just like, he watched every real awesome with the stomp and said, "I'm gonna take him," and we get to a pin.
And Rollins will win.
Unbelievable.
And Rollins.
Kenny Omega.
Go ahead.
Gets demolished. Yeah, Kenny Omega just gets demolished by Seth Rollins here.
And Seth Rollins, that might actually be one of the biggest wins in his career. Obviously, that being his first win here in OCW, and that's his biggest win in this company so far. Seth Rollins besting the best bout machine, and man, you just have to wonder.
Words on home. Yeah, no, you definitely do. But like I was saying earlier, again, I think Seth Rollins watched the Kenny Omega Will Ospreay match and said, "I'm gonna just feel all of that," because again, the knee strike very similar to the knee trigger, the elbow to the back of the hand, very similar to the maneuver Will Ospreay likes to use. I'm curious on a guy who says he's the best in the world and that he'd rather be nowhere else in the Ultimate Universe. How many more moves he's gonna steal from Japanese wrestling?
I don't know, but it looks like he's gonna have to steal a lot more if he wants to best Seth Rollins. Of course, these two could go back at it at any time, but for right now, Seth Rollins in very good shape here in Overdrive. Of course, Kenny Omega being Kenny Omega, his stock hasn't dropped that much, but here we are in our main event. Malachi Black has issued an open challenge for the United States Championship in what is known as the House Rules, where pretty much he gets to determine the stipulation. And I'm getting word right now that stipulation is going to be Extreme Rules. Of course, we know that. His competitors don't know that. But who's going to answer that open challenge? And of course, there's our beautiful boy Ryan in the middle of the ring once again. Thank you for working pro bono again, Ryan. We love you. I'll tell your mother you said hi.
Shout out Mama Ryan.
And oh my God! No way! The Megastar has answered the challenge! LA Knight is in the building!
And the crowd goes mild. LA Knight is having a very interesting time in the crowd and fans are louder than ever in support, and yet he just can't seem to pick up that victory, push him to the next level. And that's because Bray Wyatt, or Xavier Woods, or Austin Theory trying to get to the United States Championship. Hopefully LA Knight gets it together. Here in Overdrive, though, is a fresh start tonight, and I think him challenging Malachi is a very brave move, especially when you have no idea what the match is going to be.
Now, of course,
hopefully that doesn't bite him in the ass.
Now, of course, LA Knight, and you're right, he doesn't know the stipulation right now. Of course, LA Knight, he was, and oh my goodness, of course my camera will shit the bed right now. While I fix that, let's just talk about the fact that LA Knight wasn't traditionally picked. He was one of the people that I took dibs on. He was somebody that I reserved before the draft even started, because this guy has everything. He has all the tools of a phenomenal professional wrestler. He's great in the ring. He looks like a wrestler. He has the promo abilities. He can naturally, on his own, get over with a crowd. And Malachi Black, many people feeling like, while he did deserve to be in that ladder match, that his victory in the match, undeserved, seemingly only climbing a ladder to win the championship. And some people might be mad that it's not Shelton Benjamin in the spot, but Malachi Black, currently the U.S. champion, doing what he had to do to get to where he was. And my camera is still absolutely shitting itself. Will it fix itself before we get underway? Oh, why, yes, it will. And of course, the referee just now telling LA Knight what he's in for. And again, as we just found out, this will be an Extreme Rules match. Now, of course, you would feel that Malachi Black is at an advantage here. here, given that he chose the stipulation. But remember, it's Extreme Rules for both men, not just Malachi Black. Malachi Black proved that he deserves to be champion, as thanks to the mythical powers of the House of Black, that belt is hovering above his shoulder. And of course, Black
Malachi. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Malachi, finally getting that opportunity to catch the singles gold and taking forward he is the current OCW United States champion. And I expect him to have a very lucrative fight. I don't think LA Knight decided to be champion. That's unfortunate.
But ladies and gentlemen, it is the Megastar versus the leader of the House of Black. Of course, the House of Black, only a one-man show right now, as Brody King and Buddy Matthews have yet to be signed, and Black immediately going after Knight. And needed the arm. But of course, with the House of Black not being here, all LA Knight has to worry about is putting Malachi Black on the ground long enough for that 1-2-3. Could this finally be the Megastar's night? Could he pull off the upset of all upsets over leader of the House of Black? As we say here in Overdrive, only time will tell. But I can tell you this match, unless some world's greatest or best blank ever tomfuckery happens again, I think we're in for a nice long match here.
I don't know what we'll actually see some weapons. As Malachi,
what a moonsault! All the way across the ring, a kick out at one! The Megastar wants this! I'm sorry, I'm talking all over you. I'm so excited. Wait, the mist!
Oh, mist!
But the mist!
I feel like he's missed stuff.
Yeah, no, but he missed.
Yeah.
LA Knight can see. Is that the best backdrop ever? No, it's just a regular backdrop. And of course, Extreme Rules of stipulation. Neither men going for weapons yet. Maybe LA Knight feeling that he has something to prove, finishing it in the ring. I don't know. But LA Knight definitely taking it, the Megastar, to the leader of the House of Black right now. Knight picks him up again. Oh, what a hit! And
I definitely think LA Knight has a lot to prove. Like, so does Malachi Black. I mean, obviously the House of Black is here, maybe bail him out. Not that I personally think he needs it. I think Malachi wants to prove that he can be the top guy.
Oh, 100%. That's definitely on his mind. You know, of course, in his head, he probably firmly believes that he belongs as the United States champion. And oh my goodness, LA Knight almost stole the victory there.
Right. I do.
Inside cradle! Oh, kick out of
one. Kick out of one. I don't think Malachi is the type of person who's going to do the entire stuff. Also, don't see him big. He might take things long. Not because to lose it, because he feels that he deserves to be world champion. Or should I say galactic champion. And he may drop that title to get that opportunity. We'll have to see, obviously.
And again, as we've always said, time will tell. And one of the absolutes here in Overdrive Championship Wrestling is that a sledgehammer is present in just about every single kind of hardcore match. Malachi Black going back under the ring, and now he's going to kendo stick. The fans earlier chanting that they want table as LA Knight yoinks the kendo stick, and he's laying in the black, taking advantage of the Extreme Rules stipulation. And kinda. And of course, with it being Extreme Rules, no referee countout. LA Knight just continuing to use that move on Malachi. Could he look back under the ring? No, he's going to pick up the kendo stick.
No, but he drops it. And now, Black fighting back.
LA Knight plants him on the outside. And LA Knight, oh man, showing off a little bit for the fans, showing that he's not gassed, that he can still go. And oh, he's trying, I think, the elbow drop. And Black rolls out the way. Oh,
Oh,
and Black Meteora!
hey,
And Knight might have hit his head on the apron or rubbed his head against the ring post. Malachi Black taking the sledgehammer. But LA Knight not letting him use it. He says, "Fuck yo, sledgy," and then throws him back into the ring. But now LA Knight's grabbing the sledgy. And he misses.
Oh, Malachi's coming.
Malachi here's the cover. And kick out at 1.
No.
LA Knight's
LA
going to
Knight
roll
is
out.
nowhere near weak enough for that. Just 3 count.
Uh-oh. Knee to the face. LA Knight might be busted open. And stomped to the hand and arm of LA Knight. What could be on the mind of the leader of the House of Black as he's just continually just stomping away. Now measuring him up. Fade the Black. He hits it.
Oh, yes.
Does LA Knight kick out? 1, 2, 3, and Malachi Black retains.
And yet another victim faces Black before the leader. Malachi Black once again proving he is the guy.
And the Megastar, a good performance, but not enough for the leader of the House of Black. And when we're getting the perspective through a shitty cell phone. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to wonder now, Malachi Black, he holds the belt. What could he have in mind for the future of the United States title? Does he do another open challenge? Does he declare a tournament? What does he do? We don't know, but we will be in talks with him this week over how he wants to go about the United States Championship going forward. LA Knight debuting tonight, giving us all he had, but it's not, once again, not enough for the Megastar to overcome the leader of the House of Black. The House rules. The House rules very much played into the favor of Black tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up OCW programming for today. And we've seen some crazy bullshit. We've seen the best arm drag ever, the world's greatest scoop slam, but we also saw phenomenal tag matches, a solid women's match, a good main event, and of course we had the prideful showcase match, which ended in the world's greatest scoop slam. But you know what? I'm happy with that show.
Yeah.
No duds, nothing below 3 stars. Very, very proud of the roster tonight and how they showed up. I'm proud of my roster. I'm always proud of my guys and girls. But I will say, Glory once again showed up and showed out. I think both brands relatively even playing ground. I wasn't really counting the stars, but I mean, hey.
No, I wouldn't. I know I had some really good matches, and I had like 2 okay matches. But regardless, Glory once again proved that we are one of the best brands in professional wrestling. And as much as I hate to admit it, Pride showed out as well, which just goes to show Overdrive is the premier promotion in wrestling.
That is indeed the case, and we will bring you more Overdrive Championship Wrestling next week as the fallout from Wrestle Mayhem continues and we begin the long, winding road to OCW Defiance. Of course, a number of opportunities on the line next week, and we hope that you all will be there to join us. But for now, I am Stanley Brewer, and for Elias Storm, this is Overdrive Championship Wrestling, and we are out.